I'm going to run the water again because I bet it'd get hot in the hose. It wouldn't take much more than a few minutes. Okay, let's give this plant a squirt of water over here. Poor little old squash. It's just too hot for it. See if it comes back, and you know, it usually does come back. But I don't think it's good for it to wilt down that much. So a little bit of water, cool down the bucket. And then I'm off to the summer squash. And then the zucchini. Oh, I'm out here with my sun hat on. It's one of those straw hats. Cool, but protects my head, my neck, especially my neck from the sunlight, because it is intense out here. We're 4,000 feet up. If you look up Las Cruces, you'll see it's 3,900 feet. But we're not down there at the Rio Grande. We're up about 1,000, so about 4,000 foot altitude right here. And it's a cloudless day. They're predicting some clouds tomorrow. They said 20% chance of rain. And then Friday they were saying 40 or 50. Frankly, I don't believe them, because I've not seen rain out here in June for quite some time. Usually it doesn't rain much in June. Last year we had streaks of 100. It went 100 all the way through the month of June 2023. And it just didn't let up. I think 45 days straight of 100 or above. And I still grew tomatoes. I still had tomatoes. Can you believe it? But my idea here is to cool off these poor old plants. And that's what I'm trying to do right now, is cool them off. Because they are cooking. I know they say don't water the plants during the day, but out here it's different. It's different out here. You better cool them off. Unless you got them in the shade. I may come out here again, and probably will come out here again to cool them off. But they said the temperature is supposed to drop into the 90s, I think, starting tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday, and then it's going to bounce right back up into the hundreds. So we'll see. Get those vines up there. Yep, cool these plants off. That's my intention. Coming up on the pepper plants now. A little bit of water, cool them down. I think I had this issue because I got the plants in buckets, which makes the roots hotter than normal. But the buckets have an advantage in that I can move the plant around under the arbor into the shade. And shade is the key out here. Plants that normally require full sun just require shade out here, okay? And I give them a good deep watering at night, you know, and that helps them a lot. But here's my zucchini, and there's the green beans. We get those wet. I bought some buckets at Walmart, some potting soil mix. I just came back from Walmart. And I'm going to try and plant some beets. I think I can grow beets out here. I think I've grown them before, although it's been a long time ago. I've never planted them this late in the season. We'll see what happens. Just cooling these plants off makes a big difference. Cooling the buckets off, the plants off, anything I can cool off. If this was ice cold water, it'd even be better. Now let's see. Let's go over here to the Swiss chard. Let's cool that off too. My wife harvested this Swiss chard yesterday. She left some big leaves, I'm glad. Keep the plant going strong. Look at that old droopy tomato there. Yep. And the zinnias, let's get those wet before they start to droop. Last of all, this little bit of Swiss chard that I planted over here. They've come up. I got little seedlings, but they haven't amounted to anything. They're small and they're not growing much. So I moved them over here to this shady part of the yard, which gets shade most of the time. It's not getting shade right now, but most of the time it gets shade. And we're doing all right here. Water my grass over here, get a bit wet. Anything I can do to cool things off. I'm just trying to cool things off. Yep. This water will evaporate right off of these plants almost as quick as you put it on. It's just amazing. Very, very low humidity out here. 10% or less. See if I can hit my sunscreen up here. Cool it off too. Cool everything off. You'd think I was putting out a fire or something, you know? In some ways, I guess I am. Desert heat. Yep. I'm going to go over here and hit this limpy squash again. You can see it's already starting to come out of it. Okay. Yeah, it was really puckered. And now it's starting to come out of it. Give it another half hour and I think these leaves will be back to full strength. I haven't found a way to keep the buckets cool other than letting the grass grow up around it. I'm sure there's people with good ideas out there. It just might work. But it's about the heat. It's not necessarily the sun hitting the bucket. It's just pure heat. Of course, the sun hitting the bucket doesn't help any. Well, that ought to do it. That'll do it for now. Oh, I'm going to add some water over here for these birds and the bees. And that ought to just about do it. That'll do it for now anyhow. You know, I used to feed the birds here. Keep it full of bird seed. It wasn't a matter of money keeping the bird seed, you know, birds fed. It was a matter of they were getting selective and they were kicking out the seed they didn't like, which fell to the ground. And then I noticed that we were getting some bugs in the house, and the bugs will feed on the bird seed. So I actually stopped feeding the birds. Still got some bird seed left, and when I do decide to feed the birds, I'll put some out over there by the water. Okay? Anyhow, that's the story for the day. I'd like to thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy the video. Bye.